After 2 weeks, around 1500 kilometers and breaking down once, I have a bit of an opinion of the Renault 5. Let's talk about it. If your company has electric cars as company cars, of course you want your employee to charge at home. It's cheaper for you and it's easier for the employee. Tronity has a software solution for you to know how much you have to pay your employee for charging at home. With the Fleet Manager you manage your employees and your cars. Tronity connects to the cars and knows exactly when the car is charging at home and how much. And then you get an easy monthly bill for your employee. If you want to know more, there's a link in the description below. Overall, it's a nice little cute car. It looks nice. The Renault 5 was always very famous. Not to me, but I guess it was very famous to a lot of people. It was something special, and so that they made an electric version, it's really nice. If you want space in a car, let's say trunk space, space on the rear seats, then this is maybe not the car for you. But if you want a little car and you don't have anyone sitting behind you and trunk space is also not important, then this is really great. What I love the most is this button here. This is the assist button, and you can save in the infotainment system all of your settings for your assist system. Let's say overspeed warning off, lane assist or lane departure warning off. And when you turn it on, they're all on, like they have to be in the EU. But when you press this button twice, all of your settings are being restored, and that's just amazing. I also love Android Automotive that runs in here. That means we have a lot of apps that you can install, Spotify, YouTube Music and so on. But Android Auto still works, which is amazing. We have, of course, Google Maps in here. You can have the map in the cockpit here, which is amazing. When does it come? There it is. And you have other things that you can see. That's really nice. I love there's an extra section for the climate, but there's still buttons down here for the climate, like the temperature, airflow, where does the air go, and then defrosting and stuff, and off. I like that. The cruise control adjustment and how it feels really good. So we can adjust the speed here with light press 1 kilometers an hour, with strong press 10, resume, distance, turn it off, and then switch between steering assist or not. And the steering assist works really good. Sometimes on the highway it needs a few seconds to find the lane when you do a lane change or something, but usually it works really, really good. And it works great on the country road as well. And if you want to know what's going on behind the scenes, I have a third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery, where I started vlogging around the cars that I'm testing or if anything is happening. But let's get to the negative. Number one is the trip meter. You have one trip meter. Basically you have two, but you have one in the cockpit and you can only see the kilometers. Then you have to move to your average consumption and you can reset it, but you don't have time or average speed. There's another trip meter where you go into your settings, and then this is since this morning, but then it's only kilometers and average speed, and that's it. So then there's no average consumption, because the average consumption, oh no, it is average consumption since then. When you go in, it's since reset, and it tells you climate. But it's just basically one where you can say what you want to see, and then it doesn't even have all the stuff that you need. Next, in the infotainment system, so Google Maps you can change. This has to be here, and then you can only change those two here on the side, and you can change it for just a few things. You cannot make a second page with different data. That's a bit sad. So it would be nice to have a bit more. Yes, I have some favorites here, but not too many. It's not like I can change all of this. I don't know. I would like a bit more customization here. The 3 stalks on the right side of the steering wheel, you have to get used to it a bit. It's a bit much, but it's not horrible. What I have sometimes is I go in reverse and then I want to go into gear and it doesn't do it, and I go on the accelerator pedal and it still has reverse in it, which is weird, but I guess I didn't press on the brake long enough. The space on the rear seats is really for nothing. I mean, a grown-up, when there's a grown-up sitting in front, cannot sit back there for longer than a few minutes. It's just horrible. And this is a bit sad because there are a lot of cars that are small, but they have taken advantage of the electric form and the platform that it just works. And this is a bit sad, but it's really no space here in the back. The same for the trunk. There's not even a second floor. There's a subwoofer in there and it needs all the space. And there is no frunk. What is okay with the car is charging. 52 kilowatt hour battery, charges with a peak of around 100 kilowatt, takes 30 minutes, 10 to 80%. That's okay. That's pretty much standard, even at a 58 kilowatt hour battery. Only the new Volkswagen ID.3 Pure Pro and so, they have a peak of 150, 160 kilowatt and it takes 25 minutes. But still, this is okay. When you think the ID Polo that's coming out from Volkswagen will also charge with a peak of 105 or so and also take 30 minutes. So this is pretty good. What I was totally disappointed about with this car was the range and the consumption. And it might be those tires, they're very sporty tires, but winter tires, 18-inch, 195s. But my consumption was SUV consumption, and I was driving not in the winter. The car has a heat pump, it barely needed heat, and at 130 the consumption was really high. My range only at 183 kilometers and with 130 kilometers an hour. With 110 I then got to 260, I think, which is also not amazing. So really not amazing, and I don't see why. The form doesn't look like it's needing it is SUV size or anything. I don't get it. So I'm very surprised that the consumption was bad. What I like is that the charge port is on the front left, not on the front right, like Volkswagen will do with the ID Polo, ID Cross and so on. Because if you park forward into a garage, what do you do when you go into the garage? You leave more space on the left since you want to get out of there. You always have a driver, not always have a passenger, but you always have a driver. That means there's a bit more space on the left, so you have more space to plug in. If it's on the right, you have less space, you have to get around the car in the front or in the back. This is not great. So this positioning I like. So overall, again, the Renault 5 is a cute little car, but I think Renault could have done a bit better. Their problem, I think, was we have to be the same form. It's the Renault 5. It's not a new platform. It's not a new car. We have to be as close to the original and to the normal ICE car. And I think they have lost then the advantages of the electric drive. And that's a bit sad. But this car could be better if the platform would be really electric and I don't know, more trunk space, a frunk and more space on the rear seats, and then I think it could be better. And why the consumption is so high, I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense to me. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, but that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.